Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today, message is just, please tell me a fun story that will help make my day better. And by me, I mean we. Yep. What can we know? What is a fun story that we can know to make our day better? There we go. Better rephrased question. Why be me when it could be we? All right. So the first thing that came out was the travel card. So I don't know if you guys are planning a trip or you're just looking for a change of scenery or to get away, but this had to do with today. So I don't really see a trip. Well, it could be a future trip if you're planning it today. But let's see. I'm just hearing planes, trains, and automobiles. So they're just saying there's so many paths to get to the same place. They're showing, right, because there is planes, trains, and is there a train? There's no train. Oh, there is a train. There's just a lot of travel, a lot of movement. And I'm getting more city vibes. I'm not quite getting travel to nature kind of thing. I am seeing the concrete jungle. So maybe if you are trying to come up with a solution to something and everybody has a different opinion, everybody thinks differently, being a little bit more flexible in that. Because the message was, all things will lead to the same outcome. You can walk, you can ride your bike, you can get on a train, you can hop on a plane. Each one has its benefit and each one has his setback, right? The plane will be super fast, but it does use a lot of fuel and isn't quite environmentally or eco-friendly if you're just going a short distance, you know? And, you know, how are you gonna get your car across the ocean? Well, you might be able to take a boat or a ferry. It's all these problems. There's so many, and that's it. It's solutions. Don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. And that could end up being anything. As long as you're open-minded to try a different avenue, to a new path. I'm seeing today some people making decisions that are going to create new paths for them, that a new adventure awaits because of thoughts and actions taken today. That's an everyday thing, so why today? Why today, guys? It's because, let me check something. The next one coming out is the moon. It's with silver, with the triple goddess. And the moon is all about, I know we're coming up to an eclipse tomorrow. Tomorrow's the solar eclipse. Well, the whole thing with an eclipse is it's the sun and the moon. So I was like, why today with this making plans or changing paths and things like that? And that's because things are going to be a lot more illuminated, right? We always say illuminated. It's always illuminated, and that is true. But right now is like hyper-focused almost. That whatever action or it's just going to be easier to make plans. And I think from that is because you're going to learn. And that's what eclipses kind of do, is they bring out whatever is hidden, out of alignment, and fast tracks, super drives it to the forefront. So sometimes, you know, you peel back the layer, peel back the layer, peel back the layer, and then you finally get to it. This one's like, we don't have time for all this. We're just going to go and bring it to you, which is kind of that fast movement. So you're learning something about yourself. different ways of navigating and going around a situation. And what that does, when you have an open mind to be flexible, flexibility, that's the word. That's when you can actually get your real creativity out there, right? Because it's not just one way of thinking and one path. And I just see like a really, like, it was super fast at one time. And then each time you did it, it kind of made a rut in the groove. And now like, here's where you want to be, but now you're down here and it's so deep that it's hard to get out. So each time that you think of a new route or a new way, a new whatever, just think new. That's, yeah. It's bringing almost all senses and all parts to yourself into this thought, whereas before logic seemed to be the main thing, right? Because especially with this, I'm seeing like a city, this might be job related, but I'm just seeing the concrete jungle mostly. And so with that, I'm picturing a 9-to-5 job, and in that 9-to-5 job, they are, you know, they have rules, and they're like, if you don't make your quota, if you don't do this, and it's like, so I see that it was a very logic based before, but learning to use everything on you, right? Your third eye, using your heart, using your gut feeling, anything like that. And because of that, you now can come at any single way for a problem, whatever it is that is to be built up. It's almost planning, whereas in most of them, it's just kind of planning for the future kind of thing. Like, how do we get the most money right now and potentially future? But in the triple goddess, right? Past, present, and future. This is encompassing everything. So whatever thought or decision is just very based in all, as a whole. They just keep saying whole illumination. I don't actually know what. Yeah. So that's an experience to experience today, they said. Because even myself, I'm like, well, you're always whole. And then they're like, no, this is different. And that's the fun story that you asked for to experience today is, you know, I see challenges and these things coming, you being able, more solution based rather than problem based, and now having this, I don't know, like I said, there's this eclipse coming up and I can't quite tell you what you're going to experience, but I just keep seeing a band-aid ripped off is what they're showing me. It's super, and it's funny because in the past couple days the reading was like, you can't like, you have to do the work. You do. And you can't just like hyper focus, like avoid things. And this isn't. This is doing the work, but there is some things that are just fluff and extra, you know, extra just things that aren't actually meant to be there. So those things are going to be taken away. So that's really, really fast. Because you're going to learn what's important, and in the past, what's important in the future, and the now. It's going to be very, very quick movement. As long as you're flexible, as long as you bring in the creativity to come up. All right, now they're showing me someone who has been planning and planning and planning, and their plan's not gonna go as they expected. And so if you are able to adapt and have flexibility, that will help things so much more than trying to control the narrative of, I see someone though, like it has to be done that way. Like that's their thought process, is like, I have to do it this way. Like my boss or this person is not going to let me go otherwise. And that's just not true, because there are so many ways to get to the same result. They're not even saying it's the same result. You might actually get better results if you are open-minded. And so the last card we have is the Violet Flame. It says spirituality, wisdom, and humility. It was in reverse. We are going to take this in reverse. And that is just because somebody can't think outside the box. Like, I have to do it this way. If not, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to disappoint this person. And so once you turn that, right? Like they said, full illumination, whatever this is, for embrace it. It might be uncomfortable, but I don't even think it's uncomfortable. It's just you're really going to see things. You're going to get educated in some things. A belief system even might have to crumble because you thought it had to be this way. Like you were 100% sure. And then universe is going to come in quickly and be like, there's always multiple options to get to the same place. It's up for you to tap into your spirituality, open your mind, and then that's when you can come up with all these creative ideas and aspects. They're saying 2 charms. And we're gonna close it out here. We got a swan. And we got some cherries. Seeing the ugly duckling, but it's not quite that story. I just keep actually seeing, I see a swan playing a VLT machine and he's hitting cherries. When you can actually think of more solution-based things and stop living in the fear of whatever it is, the person you don't want to disappoint, that's when you'll hit the jackpot. In fact, you might actually come up with something totally unexpected, but it's going to end up being the biggest blessing. Jackpot, that's all they keep saying. And like swans are graceful, and that's what they represent, is like grace and beauty. So the way that you go about it is going to be so graceful and beauty. Like it's not, it's going to be hard to deny that offer when you come with a new idea or twist or solution, because it's just going to be so beautiful, and it's going to be a jackpot, and it's going to be abundant. Anything else you want to add? As I did that, I felt my heart, and then it went into the back. It said something about the back. Stand tall, stand confident, even when you're not. This is not you lying, but the more you're open, the more you stand solid, is what they're telling me. Open heart, shoulders back, shoulders down, head up. Do a power pose, they're showing. So power pose, just put your hands on your hip like Superman. And then when you finally feel a little bit confident to share your idea, go in there. I'm seeing Grey's Anatomy. Hold on. Cooper! Okay, I'm seeing Grey's Anatomy, Amelia, before she does brain surgery. You know how she does that? Whenever she has like a really complicated case and she's scared, that's what she does. And so don't doubt yourself. You have the ability to solve all problems, and you're actually going to come up with a different solution, and it might actually be more beneficial in the long run, and it's going to also benefit the past and the present. So that's a cool message. And they said 1 angel card, and we'll leave it there. It says Adriana, and it's Cooper, no! An angel leading some children up the stairs. I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. communication, thoughts, and dreams. Those are all the different paths. And all these paths, communication, thoughts, and dreams, intuition. There is a jackpot moment coming. You're going to learn so much. And you're going to get to... And there she is, Kate, right? So purple violet was the crown chakra, which is the angels communicating through you. So if you can't find a solution yet, I would just be open-minded and connect to my guides and be like, you know what? I need help right now. They'll help you come with the creative solution. Solution, not a problem, a solution. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And yeah, so many paths, lots of creative choices to do. So I hope you make some really cool ones today. Bye, guys.